All right, episode 28 of Band Fights. We got a great matchup this week. But this week, Bobby Rock can't be here again.
Can't, or did you?
I didn't want to say, but Bobby Rock's in the hospital. Nothing serious, so don't worry. Don't send flowers to any hospital. It's more of a gender reassignment thing. So yeah. Wow. So next time it'll be Bobby, not with a Y, but with an IE at the end. So it's awesome. So congratulations to him. So I'm joined this week by
Mr. Wortman over here.
Yep, and
Todd.
Todd's got the best nickname of them all.
Yeah.
So before we get into this week's matchup, let's go over just how the whole band fight thing works. We take each band's top 5 on Spotify. We match up song 1 versus song 1, song 2 versus song 2, and so on for 5 songs. Our panelist will then pick the best song in each matchup to determine the point. The first band to amass 3 points will be declared the winner and move on in the tournament. We will provide links to the songs in the description of the YouTube video. We have also set up Spotify playlists so you can play along at home. Simply search for Idiot on Spotify. Click the profile and then access the playlist for the episode you are listening to. You can then switch back and forth seamlessly between the two programs, and you will be listening to the exact same versions that we did when we made our decisions. Don't forget, visit www.bandfights.com for past matchups and other bracket information. So today's matchup, we got the Floatus Extreme,
The
Jethro Tull taking on Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh yeah.
So this is a great matchup. This is one of the matchups when I ran the randomizer. This matchup stood out as a really interesting one because Wings, obviously McCartney's an all-timer, and Jethro Tull is a really unique rock band in rock history. Having, that flute. So
now, have you had a double performer yet in the tournament? Like Paul McCartney, obviously Beatles, Wings. Have you had anybody else?
Yes. Actually, we had Neil Young, who's in Buffalo Springfield, and
then of course Ozzy.
And then obviously, Ozzy will be in there too.
All right, cool.
So yeah, there's a few, but not a lot.
Now the Beatles haven't gone through yet, have they?
No, we haven't had the Beatles on. I'm sure they'll get defeated in the first round.
I'm sure that'll happen.
But But yeah, you guys have any thoughts on this matchup, or?
This is wide open for me. This is a wild card. I have no idea who's going to win on my end for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, listen, I know. So I'm more familiar with Wings and some of their songs, and a couple of them in there. Well, there's the songs where you're like, "Oh, is this the Beatles or is this just Paul?" It's Wings. And Jethro Tull. Not as familiar. I'm sure I'm going to know the songs when I hear them.
Yeah.
But this is going to come down to probably the ear and the moment. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Jethro Tull. I'm a pretty big fan of theirs. I like a lot of the stuff at the top of their playlist.
Remember my dad had Jethro Tull cassettes in the car growing up in the 90s. So.
Yeah. And they famously beat Metallica for a Grammy for the best heavy metal band.
That's right.
Back in the late 80s, which was crazy.
Was that the Black Album era?
No, I think it was before that.
Okay.
It was. I think it was Master of Puppets
versus
something by Jethro Tull. It doesn't matter. It was ridiculous.
That sounds crazy.
I think they opened the envelope and the guys from Metallica stood up like they were going on stage and they said Jethro Tull.
I think Mustaine had a hand in that. What do you think? Like behind the scenes?
Maybe.
Yeah. He was pulling some shenanigans.
He was doing some Svengali stuff behind the scenes. Maybe. But for me, like this one's really a song matchup here because Wings, some awesome songs. some crappy songs too, but some really, really good songs. And Jethro Tull's, they have a really good catalog. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, song 1 for Jethro Tull, Aqualung, and for Wings, Band on the Run. All right, we got song 1 in the books. This was a tough one. There's 2 really good songs. Todd, do you want to take lead off?
Yeah, sure. It wasn't tough for me, actually. Jethro Tull, I like the fact that it's really unpredictable. That's one of the things I like about them. That even that song, it's a well-known song. I'm still always surprised with the way different avenues it takes, different lanes it takes. Very catchy, but then it just goes to another tangent. But Band on the Run's an absolute classic for me. I mean, I grew up with that song. Reminds me a lot of the second side of Abbey Road, where they're combining the different songs together, and I love it. So Band on the Run for me.
Yeah, Wortman?
Yeah, I kind of going down the same road, I think. So I liked, nice hearing Aqualung. I think everybody knows the opening part of that song, but then it gets into like kind of that kind of mysterious piano, and it is kind of all over the place. Interesting. I like it, but I don't like it as much as Band on the Run. And yeah, like McCartney, through his days with the Beatles and even Wings, and the guy just comes up with these amazing melodies, and he's got 3 of them in that song. So kind of the way it moves through those, my vote is for Band on the Run.
Yeah, for me it's unanimous. Band on the Run is it's a rock masterpiece. It really is. Aqualung's a great song. I love it. If it's up against a weaker song, I'd vote for it because I like it that much. But Band on the Run is like 3 really awesome songs combined into one, and those changes keep it fresh. It's a little long, but I mean, you can pick which part of the songs you like best, and yeah, for me, it's beyond classic. It's a masterpiece.
I think the only knock it has is that it was used in a MasterCard commercial. So
really,
yeah, at one point in time.
Oh
yeah,
God,
I think it was MasterCard. But anyways,
Oh boy.
probably.
I
Okay,
digress.
I changed my vote then. No, I'm just kidding. Band on the Run for me. So, all right, well, that's song 1 in the book, and Wings is taking the early lead with a unanimous decision on song 1. So, move to song 2. So for Jethro Tull, it's Locomotive Breath, and for Wings, Live and Let Die. All right, Wings is already up 1-0. Locomotive Breath and Live and Let Die. This was more interesting for me. I'm going to go first. For me, I'm going to vote for Jethro Tull. I love that song. That's my favorite Jethro Tull song. Live and Let Die is obviously a classic. It's amazing. But I just love that driving, chugging guitar and Locomotive Breath, and it's got the full flute solo in the middle, which is awesome. So yeah, that's my vote. So Todd.
Yeah, the Jethro Tull song is very cool. I don't remember hearing that one before, but yeah, I agree. The flute solo is really cool. I love the beginning. I've heard that piece of music in other rock songs. I know other bands have probably lifted it from there. But as a James Bond fanatic,
yes,
I have to go with Live and Let Die, which is, in my opinion, the greatest James Bond song of all time. It is. And it's so great that and I love Guns N' Roses too, but even Guns N' Roses' cover of it is awesome. It's almost like a song that you can't mess up as a cover song. It's so epic, and it's hard. And to think Paul McCartney and Wings, when you look at some of their other songs, this is probably one, if not their hardest one, that just sounds so good. So Wings for me.
You get to break the
It's up to
tie.
me.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So I enjoyed that flute solo in Locomotive Breath. I still say that there is flute also in Live and Let Die.
Probably. They got a whole
There is
orchestra.
something
So they're
going on
cheap.
Or some undisclosed wind instrument in there.
Yeah. French horn, is my guess.
French horn, yes, exactly. But I'm going to vote for Live and Let Die. Yeah, I've always loved that song. Yes, I do remember from the James Bond films as well. And I just, it's a great song. Enjoy, and also, kind of Guns N' Roses, I think, brought it back to life when they did it a little bit, gave it a little bit more edge. But that's a great song.
Yeah.
And James Bond songs go too. Every song up until that one was always like classy,
Yeah.
and brassy, and
Yeah.
you know, that one hit, and it was at the perfect time in the 70s, a different direction. That was actually Roger Moore's first film, and it was almost like a new direction. It was a perfect song to kick that off too. So
Yep. Good break from Connery right into Roger Moore, eh? Yeah, Living Like I like the Wings version better than the GNR version. Just like, I mean, for me, all covers, and I've said this in a million episodes already, even though this is episode 28. But when you're covering a song, it's got to be a lot different. And the GNR, it's obviously they don't have an orchestra, but it's still not different enough to stand out for me.
That's true. But then if you screw up, if you do a song like that and you go out on a limb and you try to redo it, you could look very foolish.
You could.
You gotta be careful, right?
But you know, they know if they cover a song and they change it and it sounds good. Like I'm thinking, like, well, I mean, we had Johnny Cash on 2 weeks ago, "Hurt," and that is.
Yeah, but he didn't change that song. He just put.
Oh, it's totally different. It's totally different. It's like not
It's stripped down.
It's stripped down in his voice and.
did Trent Reznor help him produce?
No,
He didn't. Did nothing to do with that. Like helping him with the remix.
No, he.
Oh, I thought he
they
did.
they asked
Oh.
Trent Reznor and he said, "Yeah, go ahead and do it."
Oh, but he didn't help produce
but
it.
he didn't
Okay, I
help
always thought he
produce it.
produced it. Okay, cool.
So.
That's crazy. That song was written for Johnny Cash before. Like it
Really?
was like no, I'm just saying it's like it feels like it was written for him. It's like perfect. But I
yeah.
think Reznor went through the same stuff when he was writing that song.
Oh,
right? It's like the
I
same
mean,
kinda-
when you have that, I know we're talking about something that has nothing
We're
to do
off
with
topic.
that, but when you listen to those two songs, they just feel different. Like they're two different people coming from
Yeah.
two different places
Well,
in their
yeah.
lives, and it's
Yeah.
just like
A guy in his 20s and a guy in his 70s. Right?
yeah, and
So different
but they
spec-
both hit just as hard. Like
Yeah.
they're
Absolutely.
both amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what I look for in a cover, not just a redo,
Mhm.
you know. So anyway,
Cool.
so Wings up 2-0 in this matchup, and we're gonna move on to song 3. So for Jethro Tull, it's bourrée or bourrée. I don't know. It's a French word.
There's no
bourrée.
accent.
Yeah. Well, there is an accent. I just
Oh, you left it out.
I left it out. So, and for Wings, Silly Love Songs. Bourrée and Silly Love Songs. Well, you know what, Wortman? You
Bourrée?
go first. Yeah.
Bourrée or Burey?
Or Pavel.
Pavel Bure. I don't know what the title of the song means. We should have looked that up.
Yeah, we should
Should have got some.
Yeah, whatever.
We're off our game today.
Doesn't
And
matter.
silly
It's
love
French.
songs.
It's French for
Flautist.
or
Or
flute
French
solo.
horn. Flute solo. Yeah, but I liked it. I did like that song. I liked that as, I don't know, for some reason I liked it as much as the other Jethro Tull songs. I thought there was a lot of kind of interesting artistry
Really
in
cool
there.
bass line.
Yes, cool bass line, and yeah, we were talking. We couldn't really hear too much guitar in there, so it was almost like
Yeah, drums, bass, and
Yeah.
flute.
so. And silly love songs. So it was kind of a '70s vibe going on there, almost disco, a little bit of maybe funk at one point in time. I don't know, but it went on too long.
Yeah.
It went on too long, and it was a little cheesy. It's not bad. Like there's some nice melodies in there, and it's McCartney doesn't make very many bad songs, but it was a little bit too much for me. So I'm gonna vote for Bourrée, even though I can't say the title of it.
Todd.
Yeah, Bourrée, so an instrumental, and then we have Silly Love Songs. I've listened to the Silly Love Songs many times. That's played throughout my life. Bourrée, first time listening to that, I really enjoyed it. It was just really interesting, and enjoyed myself with that one. Silly Love Songs, very long and indulgent, and just, it's never been one that I've really enjoyed. It's one I would just turn the dial on and
it's a ballad.
AM rock. Yeah, it's just and I don't mind ballads, but that one just does it. And I think if it was maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but it's just, I don't even know what the runtime on that was, but it just never ended.
Yeah.
So anyways, my vote's going to go to Jethro Tull on this one.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Bourrée, everything you guys have said is correct. Like I agree with.
Thank you for validating.
Yeah, I'm validating everything you said. No, I mean, I loved the bass line in it was cool. It didn't stick around too long. It never seemed to drag. Silly love songs just seem to go on, and it's not a genre like ballads. A ballad has to be special for me to get behind, and that one was just cookie cutter, way too long, indulgent, like you said. So yeah, so that gets my vote. So Jethro Tull on the board. So there's not going to be a sweep. Wings still up 2-1. So we move on to song 4. In song 4, it's going to be for Jethro Tull, Cross-Eyed Mary,
Wow.
and for Wings, My Love.
That song wins for the title alone.
All right, can Jethro Tull push this into overtime, or are they just going to be out of this tournament? Cross-Eyed Mary, My Love. I think I'll go first. This is a pretty easy one. Cross-Eyed Mary is a great song. Really cool song. My Love
Is not.
is not. It's terrible. It's god-awful. McCartney should be ashamed of himself for releasing it. People listening to Spotify should be ashamed for streaming it.
There you go.
Yeah, this was easy for me. So, Cross-Eyed Mary. Works.
Yeah, Cross-Eyed Mary. That was a good song from the start. The flute.
Yeah, it starts
the
with the
flautist
flute. Yeah,
is working overtime in that song.
Yeah, it's funny. You don't know how you're going to react to certain instruments because they're known for the flutes.
Yeah.
And it really adds something. Like, they're so unique.
Yeah, it's
Jethro
cool.
Tull.
It's cool the way he does it. And My Love was, I don't know, it's like a song you hear on an easy listening, like 91.5, easy listening. All your songs you hate from this late 70s. I don't know. It was just too much.
Yeah,
so.
it's terrible.
So, yep, Cross-Eyed Mary for me.
Todd?
Yes, this one's interesting for me because it's like both songs. I wasn't too familiar with either one of them, and just so it's basically what did I like this time around listening, and Cross-Eyed Mary easily was the more interesting choice. My Love was just, I did not enjoy that one at all. Too syrupy. I mean, this is a rock tournament, and I'm good with, I like ballads, but that, like power ballads, that one was just horrible. It was just
tedious.
droning on, and like, I don't know what he was trying to do with that song, and I am shocked too when there's a Wings song I love, and I'm hoping it comes up next. And if it's not, I'm not going to be too happy that this song is above it this list. But
So, wow, it's unanimous. Jethro Tull moving into overtime against Wings.
Comes down to this.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, for song 5,
What do we got?
for Jethro Tull, it's going to be
Oh!
You Used to Know. And for Wings, I think Todd
Here
was
we go.
nominating for
Nice,
this.
thank goodness.
It's going to be Jet.
Here we
which
go.
is one of the coolest songs ever. So, wow, this is a tough choice because
Comes down
those
to
are two
this.
really good songs. Yeah, that Jethro Tull. I'm a fan of Jethro Tull, and I'm not familiar with that song at all, but it was really good, really good. So,
Who's going first?
yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead, Warman.
I'll set the tone
set
here.
the tone.
You guys can take it. Jet is a cool song. I like that song, but I really enjoyed listening to, what is it? We Used to Know. I don't even know the name of the title of the song, but I really enjoyed. That was an awesome kind of classic rocky guitar solo there throughout.
Yeah, when it started, I thought, oh man, this is really slow. But then
Yeah.
it kicked in, and it
Yeah.
was really, it really built up, and it was good.
Yeah. And Jet, yeah, no, it's good. It is kind of tough. I think today I'm going to lean towards We Used to Know. I'm going to give my vote to Jethro Tull and let you guys take it away. I'll put the pressure on. Not that there's any pressure. I mean, come on. It's just our opinion.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
Yeah, for me, this was a really tough decision. But I think I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to lean towards Jet.
Oh,
That Jethro, like I was saying, like, I'm not too familiar with that song, but it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and sometimes when you hear songs like that you've never heard before, they're
Yeah.
fresh.
yeah.
And Jet, I don't know, you're listening to it and you're picking it apart more, but that chorus for Jet is just so
Yeah.
awesome. Like, just the Jet, woo, it's awesome.
Unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. So, yeah, Jet gets my vote, but it just by a hair. Like that's a real close one. So, Todd, who lives and who dies?
Yeah, well, I
You got
kind
the
of,
power of God here.
I think I kind of teased saying like Jet's one of my favorite Wings songs, and it is an awesome song, and it always brings a smile to my face. I love the lyrics, and it's a great sing-along song. I'm gonna give some respect to Jethro Tull and just say though that song was awesome. My biggest takeaway from this is just going to seek out some more Tull and listening to them and digging deeper in. But Jet has my vote, and it might be a lot of nostalgia and just my memories of that song, but I have to go with Jet on this one.
Yeah.
Respect to Jethro Tull though.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it. So
close massive.
Yeah.
Right down to the end.
Right down to the wire. So Wings is going to move on in the tournament. Jethro Tull is out, but man, that was a really tough matchup. And when I saw this matchup on paper, this is exactly how I thought it would go. Like I thought Jethro Tull is really good, and Wings, they got like top-notch rock songs, but they also have some really cheesy ballads that are going to sneak in there too. So
Overall consistent effort, have to give it to Jethro Tull here. 5 songs, and I think we all enjoyed them.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the vote totals, Jethro Tull might have got more votes overall in this, but
those 2 Wing songs, especially that one, was just atrocious.
yeah, it was
Oh my
awful.
goodness, peaks and valleys.
Yeah, so you have any other thoughts on this matchup there, Ward?
No, I just think I agree with what Todd said. Like, it's time to go back and check out some more Jethro Tull and expand our universe of music a little bit, maybe.
Todd was looking them up, and like "Thick as a Brick" is a great song. Like I didn't know we used to know. Ironically,
You used to, but no, you never knew.
I never knew. So, but "Thick as a Brick" and "Bungle in the Jungle," they're great songs. Like "Thick as a Brick" is really, really good. Really like that song. So, but Wings, and I mean Wings is missing Amazed. Is it Amazed or Amazing?
Maybe I'm amazed.
Maybe I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
or-
amazed.
Yeah.
But that's if you're gonna put a Wings ballad, that's
That
their
one works.
signature.
Oh,
one.
absolutely.
Like that's a where I was saying like a ballad has to hit that level. That song does.
I'm
But
shocked that one snuck in there in the top 5.
Yeah,
I've already forgotten the name of it, but it was
Love or My
Silly
Love? My Love.
songs
no,
and
that My Love.
My Love was worse,
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, all right. Well, I guess we'll bring this episode to a close. Don't forget to
Smash that like button.
share and subscribe to our channel. Come back every Friday. We release a new episode. Unless I screw up the editing, then it'll be out on Saturday, or it'll be out on Friday. But then I'll pull it back and re-release it on Saturday. So, just remember to check us out every week. We have a new battle. Each one's going to get better and better. Maybe not. Sometimes they're going to run into some duds, but this is a great one.
You got to filter out the.
Oh yeah, there's 256 bands in this tournament, so
It's going to take a while.
yeah, and it's all random, so you never know who's going to be matched up. So yeah, check us. And next week we got another great matchup. So there's no duds in the next few weeks.
Nice.
Next week we have Oasis
Ooh.
taking on
The band?
BOC,
BOC.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh,
so
wow.
don't forget to come back next week and check us out on Band Fights.
More cowbell.